Hey people, Intro here, 3v3, Catherine Purification Plant blue team. Couple of Kommando Nobs. First up is RedRe Venge, and we have this fella. Characters that can't be displayed in my game. It was Korean, I believe, and it translated, Google translated in a way, into Coober. C-O-O-B-E-R, whatever that is, so we'll go with that. These guys are infiltrating heroes that shoot you, stab you, and blow you up. Orky style, beginning ranged combat with a twin link shooter. Alongside, to maybe bring some order to the Orky chaos, is Dark Riku's Apothecary, support hero, fighting in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Red team, the King of Pythons is a Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero walking through objects and cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption, fighting in melee. Alongside some Eldar, we've got Brawler with a Farseer, support hero, fighting in melee combat, some powerful buffs and control. There we see Guide on those Guardians, taking out a scout model. And rounding off the teams is Noisy with a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that leaps into combat, some powerful disruption and support. Kommando being sneaky in the background there. Some Darker on those Banshees, does some really good damage with his default twin link shooter. Destructor is a decent hit on the Sluggers. Stun bomb on those Banshees now. Gets a model, going to get another one pretty quickly I think, and the Sluggers are going to join in there, and the Banshees can't hold there for long. Burn us up on the Sluggers too. Yeah, Banshees need to retreat. Meanwhile the Warlock chopping up some shooters through the middle. Apothecary having to clean up some Eldar that push all the way through and forced off these scouts and the tactical marines, most likely because of the Banshees being there. East side meanwhile, Kommando 2v1 against the Farseer and the Chaos Lord. Could be in trouble. That'll be alright, there's only 3 Banshees there. They'll be fine. And the Apothecary is going to take back their natural VP in the south. It's a double cap at the moment. The red team have both the naturals. Not anymore, there's a single. Warlock chasing down this Kommando. Meanwhile, Sluggers taking some pew-pew. Not sure what they were up to there. What were they doing? Did they touch the power? Maybe. Just perhaps acting as a scout. See what's coming. Double shooters. Duck it in on the Warlock's face. And he has to flee. Rangers in play now for Noisy. Brawler with more Howling Banshees on the way. The King of Pythons with Havocs. Double shooters and double tacks on the blue team. Banshees popping their fleet. They have the aspect of strength. Dodging the stun bomb. But taking shots from that Kommando. Every time he sees those Banshees, he's right on with that twin link shooter. Guardians looking for a grenade. There it is. From their battle equipment. Destroyed some cover maybe. Infiltrated Banshees now with the hollow fields of the Pathfinder gear. Nope. No longer infiltrated. East side, blue team pushing through. Is that Aspiring Champion? Yeah, Aspiring Champion Heretic lives and gets away. Havoc's really messing up this Kommando as he gets close, but he's infiltrated now. Sluggers drawing the fire. Double tactical marines are here with an Apothecary to support. See all that health regen on the Orks there. If they're close enough, that is. Shooter boys, both with a Nob leader. Sluggers find some isolated Chaos Space Marines, but they're kind of low. Havoc's having to flee. That's full auto on the Chaos Lord now. Well played though, King of Pythons. Defended the power long enough for Brawler to get over here. That was a spiritual rights heal from the Spirit Stones. Massive heal, super effective in team games potentially in these big fights. They have seen off the blue team. Can they flow all the way through the double Banshees and get a quick power bash here? Maybe. Got some Aspiring Champion and Grenade Launcher Heretics to disrupt those sizable ranged armies, I guess, with the double tacks and the double shooters. West side turning blue. Shooter boys on it, grabbing, well, one of these contested wreck points. Other one may be turning blue as well. Here come Howling Banshees though, and the Warlock himself from Noisy. Rangers bringing up the rear. Do the Banshees have some XP? A little bit of XP. What about war gear? We do have channeling runes on Noisy's Warlock. Farseer just took a chunk of damage, it looked like. Chaos Lord getting the Combi Flamer. Looks like Kuba has lost their Sluggers. We saw the customized Stormbolter and RedRe Venge's Kommando with nothing on the field yet in terms of war gear. There's that channeling runes. ability itself called channeling. Heal over time, but it does lock your Warlock down. It's such a powerful healing ability though. Look what the Banshees can tank when that thing is up. Kommando gets knocked over, but they're still able to bring enough DPS to get those Banshees out of there. Storm Boys on the field now for RedRe Venge. Jump troops with power melee weapons. And they're just flowing through the Eldar here. Noise is going for the quicker tier 2. Dark Riku just dropped their scouts over here. Not sure where they were. Chaos Space Marines down to a single model in melee with shooter boys there. Need to be careful. Yeah, off they go. Chaos Lord just standing and shooting stuff with his combi flamer. Powerful ranged weapon, really allows him to pick off models as he's chasing stuff down, or just stand still and shoot stuff. That works too. Always seems to do more damage than is listed, that thing. Maybe it's an accuracy thing. Also set stuff on fire, which is handy. Power bashing double Banshees for Brawler. Obvious choice really, Spirit Stones, when they got double Banshees alongside them. Maybe we'll see the Autark in tier 2. In fact, Brawler is floating resources a lot here. Kill the Gate, says Goober. Kuba? I think it was Kuba. I've forgotten what that random translation was. Lots of Daka on the Banshees. I believe it was Kuba. Can't be Goober. It's dead, they say. It was around here, wasn't it? Near the power. Havoc's be running. Dark Riku into Plasma Cannon Devastators. And it's a Wraith Lord for Noisy. That's going to be very difficult for RedRe Venge to deal with. Even if they get tank busters, Warlock can be on them pretty quickly, so can the Banshees. Gonna cleave through everything they've got so far. Out of tier 1, obviously. Got the power. Well, got one of the gens. Time to leave. No big shooters on these guys. I guess they're not having to deal with melee squads with their suppression and stuff, but it's still useful to suppress stuff, you know. Stone Guard veterans with Vengeance rounds loaded in, now switching to Hellfire to do damage over time to this light infantry Eldar. War shout on the tactical marines there. Apothecary is off the field. Stone Guard is staying in play for now. There's the war shout though to suppress them. Need to retreat, there it is. And the Farseer gets a decap on the VP. What is this? It's an attempted power bash. Let the galaxy burn. Chaos Lord's gone full fire mode in level 2 as well. What kind of levels we got here? Apothecary's level 2 with improved medical equipment. RedRe Venge's Commando level 2, cleaning up the mid. Still got a decap though, did the Farseer. Storm Boys and Sluggers on retreat path. Those Banshees with their Exarch gives them the Execution Spear. These guys also have Exarch and Aspect of Strength into a Falcon for Brawler. Allows Banshees to reinforce in the field. And here is the Psychic Storm. Didn't seem to hit anything though. In fact, it's doing some friendly fire there, I think, is it? Or maybe that's just the damage from the Stone Guard. Don't think it does friendly fire. Wraith Lord in play for Noisy. That massive Ghost Glaive sword just cleaving through stuff with heavy melee damage. Storm Boys have their Nob leader. He's got a heavy melee weapon. Doesn't really want to fight the Wraith Lord though. Wraith Lord is super painful to fight and will have melee resistance. But here comes the anti-vehicle damage. Missile launcher tactical marines. Stern Guard with Vengeance rounds in. Rocket barrage, down it goes. Remember when I said the Wraith Lord is going to be tough to deal with? Well, there goes that. Came out swinging with that anti-vehicle and got it done. It did perhaps overextend there, that Wraith Lord from Noisy. Double Banshees come steamrolling in with that big Spirit Stone's heal. She's got her Singing Spear as well, straight up DPS weapon. Fancy animations from the Exarch. That's the advanced healing from the Apothecary. Pretty damn effective. Did not drop a tactical marine there, unless they dropped the the sergeant. They did drop a couple of stern guard though. And she's staying in play. Ducking inside of the Falcon. Falcon is allowing them to reinforce in the field there. Also allows Noise's stuff to reinforce if they're close enough. Not sure what the King of Pythons is up to now. He's power bashing from the looks of it. Double commandos in the field from Kuba. 3-3-1 to 4-6-1. Yeah, they're having a bad time over there. Rocket Barrage with some knockdown. Storm Boys, you leveled yet? Not quite. Banshees have done well. They're applying good pressure, but are they trading efficiently? It's always the thing with Banshees. They can get in there, do some cool looking stuff, but are they losing too many models doing it? These Banshees are level 2, reinforcing off the Falcon, being battered around by the knockdown. Looks like And They Shall Know No Fear was in play from the Stone Guard veterans there. Down goes the Falcon. Missile launcher, tactical Marines getting it done. There's your Psychic Storm. The Banshee needs to run. Farseer needs to run. She's going to die. Down she goes. Storm Boy's going for a kill. Not traditionally very good at chasing stuff, but can they do it? So close. Tank Buster Barrage. Really nicely placed, but couldn't quite get the damage on them. Down to like 19 hit points there, I think. That was close. Fire Prism on the way for Noisy. Had enough for tier 2. King of Pythons also in tier 3 with tons of resources. Waiting for Terminators perhaps. Blue team been doing well in the fights, but they've got to get the map back. Who is this? Oh, there's a commando went down over here from Kuba. 290 to 461. Commando goes to the Western VP and is going to get it, I think, at least a decap special shooter in play. Orky shotgun, pretty fun. King of Pythons with a great unclean one. Did not wait for the red for Terminators. No sign of tier 3 from RedRe Venge or Dark Riku. How are you doing for red? Riku has enough for a nuke if they can get to tier 3, but I assume that's going to be Terminators first, that red. Fire Prism getting that long range fire support going on. Orks pushing on the east side for a power bash. And their Kommando Nobs here have rocket launchers. The Nobs of the Commando squad is what I mean. All targets dropped in for Brawler. That heal as she jumps around there also provides a passive damage resistance aura, which is handy. And she's chopping stuff up. Shotgun blast. Oh, shotgun blast doesn't come. All tucks in there. Banshees backed off, which was smart. Where are the other Banshees? They are back at base. Farseer is still down. Did you get a full bash, fellas? You did, and a decap here. Thanks to the shooter boys. Well done, Kuba. Great unclean one on the field for King of Pythons. Red team are reeling though. Look at their armies. Just unable to preserve their stuff, the Eldar players so far. Slaughter up for those Chaos Space Marines. West side is uncapped right now. Warlock in amongst the Plasma devs, level 2 with only those channeling runes. Tank Busters being sneaky with Hide the Boys. They want to get that Fire Prism. Oh no, they've been spotted though by the Rangers. That's why they were hanging back, I suppose. But here come the double commandos. Holy crap! One volley from each, almost enough to finish it off. Down to 9 hit points. The Fire Prism is so fragile. Only 500 hit points out the gate. Great Unclean one comes to the west side where the contested VP is. The commandos must flee the wrath of the Banshees. There's a lot of Orks here. And that Plasma Dev. Yeah, this is going to be tough for the red team to push. But hey, they got a Great Unclean one over there, maybe. Have they? Where's he gone? There he is. Vomiting all over some scouts. Great Unclean one passively damages nearby enemies. And has some nasty abilities as you saw there. Also a powerful melee combatant, as you may expect. Both the Eldar heroes down. Nope, Warlock just got repurchased. What is this? Is that a Bomber Boy? I think that was a Bomber Boy. Apothecary heals himself. Was it enough? It was, I think, unless there's a foul snare. Nope. Foul snare's probably been used already. Probably was used to drag him there in the first place. Stern Guard using their Vengeance rounds because it's effective versus super heavy infantry, which is what the Great Unclean One is. And there's that missile launcher, of course. You'd want plasma for more efficient DPS, but anti-vehicle weapons will do good. Seer Council on the field for Noisy. More Rangers up too. Is that a Nob squad in play? It is a Nob squad in play from Kuba. Seer Council will do a lot of damage to a Nob squad, but if they've got support, they can stick into that fight too with channeling runes up. Look at that. Without it though, Nob squad might just be able to power through, especially with Frenzy and stuff. Some Nurgling Vomits. Got some retreating Orks. Nob squad have found the Great Unclean One, and these guys rip through a Great Unclean One pretty well, especially fully upgraded like this with those full momentum buffs. Great Unclean One with the Cloud of Flies. The Chaos Terminators need their claws. They're not getting it. Teleporting away. Without claws, they are vulnerable to a Nob squad. Banshees are taken down. Brawler down to a single Howling Banshee squad. Red team do have a VP lead though. Really do have that VP lead. Might see some more web gates and stuff near the VPs. Pretty Unclean One with a foul snare. Killed that Nob. And Nob squad are persuaded to leave. Do they dare get another Fire Prism up to try and control that Nob squad with the disruption? What's west side here? Lots of Daka is west side. Lovely fellas, level 2. Chaos Lord, maybe we'll get his Blood Maul or something. Rocket Launcher is in play for Kuba. Powerful anti-vehicle, especially when you combine with sneaky Kommando Nob shenanigans. Blue team are grabbing the west side, going to try and stabilize, I guess. Land Red Redeemer on the way. That's one way to stabilize, isn't it? Nob, Havoc's on the way for King of Pythons. Help control the Nobs, maybe. Avoid them 3 blobbing up is Brawler. Where's the Avatar, lads? It's King of Pythons. I mean, Brawler has tons of resources. Saving up for it, I guess. There's channeling on the Seer Council. And there's no Nobs here, so they are wrecking stuff. Bomber Boys chucked in. Banshees as well, of course. In there. I guess the Autark didn't survive. Did the Chaos Turk? No, they did not get the claws. They got the auto cannon. More of a generalist upgrade. Good versus all targets on long range, but they gotta really be careful of the Nob squad around. They're not on the cap here, they're taking direct hits from the plasma cannon. And they're gonna take another one, I think. No, misfired there. Daka for the Howling Banshees. Double Rangers in play. Taking shots at the Commander. He got a decap. No, he didn't get a decap. So double here for the blue team. East side. Great Unclean One again under pressure from the Nob squad. But they're not going to follow it into base or towards those Havocs. Mark of Zinch CSM on the way. Excellent damage profile against heavy infantry, which is what a Nob squad is. So they'll help out there. These Inferno Bolts. But there's a lot of stuff to punch through. I mean, just punching through the Nob squad is enough. With the Mark of Zinc CSM there, though, and a Great Unclean One to maybe hold them up for a while. They're going to take a lot of damage, that's for sure. Avatar of Cain is on the way for Brawler. But look at his blue team rosters. Land Raider is on the west side now. I hear Banshees yelling. Not sure what they're yelling at. They're capping right now. Just very excited about capping. Here's Noisy's Seer Council. Just charging headlong into a whole mob of Orks. Distortion field is on. Global ability of the Warlock. A tank is here, being weird. Seer Council with power melee damage. Look at his tanking with distortion field up. That's nuts. It stacks with their own damage resistance, range damage resistance aura, I guess. It's super effective there. keeping them alive, but they couldn't really put out that much damage. They killed a few Storm Boys, I think. Here's that Apothecary sprinting around level 6 now. Are they gonna push the west side? Looks like it. Avatar maybe taking a flanking route. There's that advanced healing from the Apothecary. And then a targeted heal on the Nob squad. So nice to have in a team game, eh? Kommando is killed. Foul Snare and a bunch of DPS that gets it done. Time Field in play now for the Farseer with the Armor of the Asuryan. That was a Wailing Doom. Avatar backs away from the Nob squad though, and all of this other stuff that's here. Big push by the red team now. Plasma Cannon doesn't get a hit. Nob squad are on the Great Unclean One. There is the Cloud of Flies. Tank moves up. Big boom shot to disrupt. A whole bunch of stuff over there. Look at that advanced healing though in the back. So effective. Can they foul snare the Apothecary maybe? Might be hard to pick him out in all this. Blue team actually pushing, not just holding, pushing. I mean, it's easy to do when you've got a land raider right there, I guess. You can just retreat back to it. Foul snare on the Nob. Should be trying to get that Apothecary, drag him out to kill him. 261 to 170. Blue team do have that VP lead now. Another Avatar though on the field. Got noisy this time, making their way to the front line. Where's the other one? Backed off to heal. Chaos Terminators getting kind of wrecked. Maybe they should look at their claws. I mean, the auto cannon's such a nice weapon though, but claws against Nobs is awesome. And it gives them the extra health. Have they gone down? One of them's still alive. Yeah, one of them's still alive. 57 hit points on that guy. The Great Unclean One is going to go down though. King of Pythons could save up for more Terminators and get lightning claws on them maybe. Those guys are going to need 100 power just to reinforce though. Look at that. So expensive. But look at that. Chaos Lord gets a cap. Level 6. We have a D-cannon from Brawler. Very long range artillery piece. That has this singularity ability. Amazing disruption and damage on that ability. Oh, Pain Boy is doing surgery to the Nob squad. Is it these guys? The new, yeah, he just gave them more health. Look, from 3,000 to 3,450, I believe. 247 to 143. Not sure what the Chaos Lord is trying to do. Served as a big distraction, I guess. And they are decapping over here. See a council showing themselves to draw some fire, giving chase to these Orks who are going for the central VP, I think. Not sure. Pain Boy can also heal those Nobs, so he's going to do some good work on the front lines, I think. What is Python's next purchase here? Gonna be a big one, whatever it is. Land Raider pushing forward. There's a singularity. Is it set up, the D-cannon? I don't think it was. Avatar taking some swings on the Land Raider, but taking a lot of damage. Hell of a lot of damage. Love the Daka into a rocks. Beautifully done. Kills the D-cannon. Storm Boys jumping after the Avatar, who sets up a Wailing Doom in their face. Might still go down though. Frantic fighting here. I'm sure I'm missing lots of cool stuff. Here's another Wailing Doom. Nob squad trying to get onto the Avatar. Did King of Pythons purchase something? Not yet. Not yet. The double cap for the blue team. Have they done enough? I think maybe they have. Whatever King of Pythons is going to go for, I'm not sure it's going to come out in time to make a difference. Started strongly, the red team, they just couldn't keep their rosters up. The Eldar players had trouble preserving their stuff, which often happens to Eldar in these crazy big 3v3 games. not impossible to do, but it is tricky. Level 7 Chaos Lord getting full autoed by a level 8 Apothecary. There is an Imperial Abyss from King of Pythons. That's what they spent their red on, I guess. And here comes a Chaos Predator. See, if they didn't have to reinforce those 2 Chaos Terminators, they would have had that tank on the field a lot sooner, I think. 247 to 42. Oh, Webway being used here to get a decap, at least. See a Councillor here too from Brawler. Sadly has no Howling Banshees left. And there's that advanced healing. Did those Heretics just tank a direct hit from a missile launcher? It looked like it. He must not have hit properly. Land Raider could do with some repairs. And there are scouts. Oh, they are repairing. Farseer unable to finish the cap, but here comes the Seer Council. Oh, time field. Everyone stop fighting. Kicking off on the west side though. Something in there being absolutely roasted. It was a Seer Council from Noisy. 244 to 35. Somehow a single cap for the red team. That is Brawler's avatar. Taking shots. Meanwhile, how's the Farseer doing? She's killing some stuff. Smacking on the Pain Boy. There's Love the Daka though from the Commandos. And they are going to get their VP back. Looks like the Librarian over there is capping. Final desperate push maybe from the red team. Do they have any nukes? They do not have any nukes. Did not notice a Eldritch Storm. And I don't see the mark of an Eldritch Storm over here either. Down goes a looted tank finally. That did a lot of work for the blue team. But the Chaos Predator might go down immediately here. There's an orbital thrown in by Dark Riku. Those Heretics gonna have a bad day. And they might survive. But some of them are not in the beam there. Yeah, I think they're gonna survive. 235 to 22. A single cap for the red team still. Look where all the Webway goes over here. Commandos can spot them. The Seer Council are a pretty good 1v1 unit. Farseer can support them strongly. And the Warlock gets the cap. Got the Witchblade of Kernus too. And Providence. Red team are not out of it yet somehow. 217 to 22. Last Master, I assume Noise Marines, yep, on the way for King of Pythons. Here comes a Guardian Weapon team for Brawler. Noisy has no resources to get stuff. RedRe Venge with a battle wagon on the way. I like how it says Ork battle wagon, as if you're going to confuse it with another one. Bomber Boy is not enough to finish off the tank. Needs repairs though, quite desperately. 198 to 22. Eldar are flooding this VP. Everything retreating back to the Land Raider here. They could set up such good nukes if they could time that on those Land Raider retreats. You can turn Land Raiders into death traps if you have a nuke ready. But you don't get the damage reduction like you do at HQ. That's one Webway down. There's Love the Daka. Is it into something? No. No nuke. RedRe Venge should have used an ability there apparently. 172 to 22. Marine's getting very close. Land Raider getting very close. Quite confident in this attack, I guess. Nob squad on captain duty of all things. Did that Guardian Weapon team get away? I think it barely got into the Webway in time. Advanced healing again. Apothecary doesn't seem to be pressured a lot. And he's level 10. Doing a lot of work. Blastmaster having some shots. Tank is getting repaired. Using the barrage to stop the cap with disruption. Didn't seem like they were far enough away to stop it, but they did. 163 to 17. 2 to 1 for the blue team. The red team have put up a hell of a fight though. Avatar pushing some stuff off the VP. Lots of sneaky orcs coming in and they're going after that tank, I think. Or are they? There's a burner bomb. They're not going after the tank. At least not yet. Almost took out that noise marine squad though. They do get away barely. Uncapped west side, a single here for the blue team. Looks like they've got this, but I said that before. Everything, look at that nuke bait right there. That is such prime nuke bait. Well, the blue team got it. Red team, monumental effort from them to stay in there. Dark Riku's Apothecary level 10. I can't select RedRe Venge's Kommando. His Kuba level 6. Very loud Land Raider. We have a level 8 Chaos Lord down at the end. Level 4 Farseer, who was this is their own VP. And Noisy's Warlock level 6. It was a fun one, lots of frantic fighting, lots of cool moves. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.